ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Man Talk. Now, Man Talk is our show that we do every Wednesday morning right here on KTN Life and Style. I am your host, Susan Joroge, and I'm super excited for us to get into the show today. Now, Wednesdays, you know, it's midweek. This is exactly the time where you need that re-energizing boost, yeah? So that you can make it through Thursday and Friday, straight through to the weekend. Now, before we get into the show, I want to send a huge shout out and a thank you for our hosts. For this episode, we are shooting at Jiweke Tavern. This is a restaurant just off Gong Road, an incredible space that offers space for you if you have a party, if you have a celebration, if you have children. They have a playground, great Kenyan food and drink, and good social distance enjoyment. So guys, be sure to come down here to Jiweke and enjoy. They have been so amazing and kind to us, and we really appreciate it. Now, on to the love message of the week. So I like giving you a little mantra every Wednesday morning just to help you get through this weird pandemic that we're in and how tough and crazy life can be. So the love message of the week this week is about self-love. You can show self-love to yourself in so many ways. Some people see self-love as exercising. Some people see self-love as taking yourself on holiday. Some people see self-love as making sure you fulfill your promises to yourself. If you've planned to get a promotion at work, if you've planned to move to a new house, if you've planned to teach your children something, all of these things are self-love. And the most important thing is to make sure that you're doing what makes you happy and gives you and yourself more value. And remember, you can never truly love someone else if you don't love yourself first and foremost. Now, I'm joined by incredible gentlemen today. It is Man Talk, after all. I'm usually the only woman on set. I'm just the host and the facilitator, and I'm very excited for today's conversation. We're going to be looking at marriage, and we want to see if Kenyan men are marriage-minded. Ni kitu mnafikirianga? Is it something you plan for, especially with the younger generation, or is it something that itakupata kikupata? Very excited to go meet my guests. Let's get straight into the show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Man Talk, and I'm super excited because this is the second episode of 2021. You know, this year we had a lot of hope, but it has started off very crazy, so we must be thankful for every extra day that we get. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday morning, and I'm very excited to introduce my male guest that I'm going to be discussing this topic with today. These guys are noisemakers. Sijui kama hii episode itaisha, tutaikata katikati. I don't know how to go, but I'm very excited. So I'm going to kick it off with Tony right next to me. Tony Kwalanda.
You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes.
Famed sports journalist. If you know, you know. We'll be getting to more of his story later, but I'm so happy that you're here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Uko poa?
Nashukuru.
Yeah.
Sana. Kwanza I'm in good company, in safe hands. Thank you.
Uliruka mwaka vizuri?
Kuruka. Unasema kuruka ama kuburuka?
I'm happy
everybody's
to hear
there.
it.
Good to see you.
Now we're also hanging out with George. How are you doing, George?
I'm well.
Yeah?
I really thank God.
You're really thanking
It's
God.
really a good morning and I'm so
Hallelujah.
excited.
You're looking sharp. You know when someone wears a three-piece, they woke up that day with plans, plans.
This God though.
So George, you're a HR expert.
Sure.
And you're also a lecturer.
Yeah.
And you do a number of other things.
Yes, please.
You'll tell us a bit more about it.
Sure, as we
But
go.
you're good.
I'm good.
Happy to have you.
Good to see you too and thank you.
Good to see you too.
Yep.
Now there's the guy with all the bling and the gold.
Money team.
You know?
Yeah,
but when you talk, you're so chill. Even with all the Louis V happening.
We're just trying, man. I mean, it's 2021.
Yeah.
We decided to come with a bang.
Yes.
All I want to tell Nairobi is that the biggest boys in the building.
All right. So as you can see from his merch, that is Ditos, an artist manager. As you can see, it says Ditos Worldwide because he be working with artists worldwide. Okay, you heard?
Thank you very much. We're going global, man.
Yes.
Global.
So guys, thank you so much for coming to the show.
You're
I
welcome.
really appreciate
Thank you, welcome.
it. Now, Man Talk is a show where I am the facilitator. Yes. I know there's some people who are probably wondering, it's called Man Talk. Why is it hosted by a woman?
Yeah.
It's my show, okay? Yes. So today we're going to be discussing marriage, and of course relationships will be coming up a lot when it comes to Man Talk, because we really want to hear men's views in relationships. Of course, relationships are discussed a lot everywhere, on social media, on TV, on radio, but little times you get men discussing their issues from a male perspective. So, today I want to know, are men marriage-minded? That's the big question. So talk to us, please, on the socials. Use the hashtag ManTalk and the hashtag KTN Life and Style. And you can talk to us on our social media as well, at KTN Home. That's at KTN Home on all pages. Now, when I'm asking, are men marriage-minded, it's because as society is going, people are getting married later and later. You know, guys have many things. You chase education first, then you're chasing your career. So people are getting married later and later and later, which is okay. But men don't have the same pressure as women to get married, or at least that's what I believe, and that's what a lot of people discuss. So are you guys still on that path where you're like, no, one of the things I have to do in my life is get married? It's like a little bit more chill.
I
George,
feel,
as the expert, you're looking tense, but details, please start us off.
yeah, man, I feel like first and foremost, Happy New Year to everyone in Nairobi. So, first and foremost, I feel like we're not in that space. Because, to be honest, women have made it so impossible for people to believe in love and people to want to, you know how you would want to marry someone and you see all these divorces online and people like cutting things and people just behaving weird and making it a big issue. So I feel like men, to be honest, we are not on that space, and it has never got into my head that, you know, my guy, you're getting old, you need to marry. I feel like that's not something we really put a thought to.
Yeah, it's not like number one anymore.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that is true. I totally agree with him. Maybe just to mention something else. You know, men, we don't have a clock. I don't know, Tony, if you agree with that.
Right.
Like, you see,
That's true.
a man, we can marry at any age. 25, 20, 30, 50.
70.
You're okay.
Yeah.
Because at that time, you're still, you can search children. You're not really worried about menopause per se.
No, it's true. There's no biological clock for the
Yeah,
male
men.
body.
And I think for us, we don't have that pressure big time. But for you ladies, let me hear from Tony.
Tony, you know everyone is holding their breath to wait to hear what you have to say. Because you've touched, you've been on this journey.
I'm in this journey. Why are you saying that? Which tense are you using?
Sorry. I apologize.
No,
You're
honestly,
in this journey.
I am in this journey. But however, when you're in this journey, you stumble on a lot of hills, valleys, and stuff like that. Yeah?
True.
Just like detours and, I mean, George have said it. I mean, we don't have a biological clock. Some of us base it on Abraham. You know, Abraham's had children when they're 90.
Yeah.
So me, I'll be fertile when I'm 90, Susan, if you'll be looking for me at that time, yeah? So basically, right now, me from home, where I come from the Luyas, they expect me to get married.
Right. So there's that now traditional pressure
There
from
is
family.
that pressure I need to get. Tony, we need to see a wife.
Yes.
We need to see children. We need to see a home.
Yes.
Even if you want to get into leadership positions in future, which I will be into, they will
Yeah.
need to see a mama here
Yeah.
and children.
Right.
So regardless of what people are hearing about me and where I'm headed in my marriage, we are still there. We are hanging in there.
Okay.
The way you're hanging in there.
I'm happy to hear it.
yeah.
Thank you. And
Thank
I feel
you,
like
Lisa.
this is a Man Talk exclusive. I don't believe Tony has been anywhere where he's saying, no, we're still...
I have never done that because
We're
there's
still
a
working
lot of
on
stories
it.
here.
I know. That's why I'm happy you're here, man. You've come to tell us your own story. Kudos to you.
But Mr. Tony, also, I feel like you should tell people how hard it is for you also, like you're in the entertainment industry,
Right.
you're always on the showbiz.
Yeah.
You know, it's so hard for you to not have one woman, but you know, we have pressure everywhere. You're just meeting beautiful people. So I feel like sometimes for a man, as for me as an entertainer, I'm just waiting for that one person. You know what I'm saying? Many are coming, but I'm just like, wait.
Kuna ule ataonekana ako different
Kuna ule
kidogo.
fulani. Yes, because it's so hard for even entertainers to trust each other. It's so hard to date your fellow entertainer and, you know, make sense.
Do you believe that? Have you found that that's your experience as
You know,
well in your career?
Before I met before I met Joyce, let me just say that. Before I met
Yeah.
Joyce, yeah, Joyce is my girlfriend.
Yes, we know.
Yeah,
Joyce
yeah,
Minor,
Joyce Minor.
who's doing very well
Yeah,
at her
she's
job,
doing
by the
well at
way.
her job, yeah. She's, yeah, she does a show like yours.
Yes,
But with ladies.
yes.
Apparently, before I met Joyce, I'm sure you never knew about me. You never knew about who I did. I'm sure you never knew.
I
Even
heard your name in sports
that
journalism.
was it. Yes, exactly. After I met Joyce, Joyce has this following. Joyce has this group. Joyce has this constituency
Right.
that came to my side. Now, all of a sudden, my social media platforms are bursting with a lot of numbers and stuff like that. Now, I thought I used to hear these stories that, oh, utakuna tafutwa, or girls will be after you. Right now, my DM. I need a PA, by the way.
Oh, you're looking.
I need a PA to be answering my DMs.
So please, Anthony.
Job opportunities, man.
So marriage also, as you're saying now, marriage minded. Now, when you get all these things, they distract you a bit.
Okay.
Not that Joyce, I'm not distracted.
He's
get
losing
this, what I mean?
focus.
I'm still focused. But it
Yes.
distracts you.
Right.
So that's the challenge even Dito is mentioning about. I mean, it's a bit very tricky.
Okay. I like that because there's many aspects you guys have brought in. There's the career aspect. Of course, what you're doing affects your relationship directly every day. And then there's also the social media aspect, which is like a whole other space to be in. Because I think also social media gives us opinions about marriage. So maybe you wanted to get married maybe when you were young, you saw marriage was a good thing, you thought it was, one of those things you would do. When you're a young boy or you're a young girl, it doesn't really faze you. It's just something you believe you'll deal with when you're an adult later on in life. But now social media, I feel like younger people are probably way more cynical about marriage. But I don't know. George, you work in HR. I want to see that perspective. Within the work world of human resources, do you ever hear about young men talking about marriage? Like somebody's talking about, I want to upgrade to this job because, I have plans to have a family. Do people look at things from that perspective, or it's all about me? May I upgrade to this job because it's a bigger check? How do those conversations go about with men?
Well, we have those who really appreciate marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, and they really want to get into it.
Because
And
there's
so
the
they
ones who
plan
don't
for
even
it.
write their wives on the beneficiary forms, insurance.
Yes, you
Hata
see.
hujaandikwa.
Yeah. So we have them who really want to be there.
Okay.
And there are those who are already there. That's okay.
Yeah.
Then we have those that I think they also still want to buy some more time, or rather they are chasing the career goals and things like that. So these things, that's how they're working today.
Okay.
But again, it goes back to what these people think about marriage,
Right.
what they hear about marriage. Like what I also keep on telling people. You hear some people say that marriage does not work,
Yeah.
but it's not true.
But the question is, ladies and gentlemen, the question is, how long do people date nowadays? What's the longest I can date a woman? Is it 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 month? And that's why I think that's the reason why this marriage thing is not making sense to anyone.
People are not able to have long-term relationships.
Long-term relationships, yeah, because people don't even have values. They don't know.
But-
They don't want to follow the right procedure of, hi, can I take you for a date? They just want to go bam bam. Tomorrow she's eaten my fare. The next
But
day.
allow me ask
Yeah.
you this. Allow me ask you this. What works for you may not work for me. That's where at times we get it wrong. Like if you dated for 10 years, you may want somebody to do the same thing. If you did for 5 years, 6 months, and I think we need also to clarify that. How long should we date? Because telling somebody you should be 10 years, should be 1 year, should be 2 years, doesn't work. What worked for you may not work for me.
And what is the right age to start thinking about
Again,
marriage?
the same thing. There are those people who married at 20 and they're having successful marriage. There are those people
Yeah.
who married at 30, they're going to have a successful marriage. Some people say that, let me wait till I'm 40. Tell me wait till I'm 25. But that does not really guarantee a
Yes.
successful marriage.
Yeah.
I think there are some more other values that really define a successful marriage than age and all that. Well, we assume that at some age, people get more wiser. But do you know that some people age come without wisdom? Tony, is it true?
No, it's very true. That is so true. Do you have any opinions when it comes to like how long you should date? Obviously, you were dating Joyce. There was the public proposal, all the blogs, everyone's on your social media and everything. Then you guys, I guess, went a bit quiet. And people, now there was the rumors that it's all over, there's the breakup. But you have now confirmed you guys are working on it and you're officially dating again. So when it comes to, because obviously relationships have their ups and their downs. Like, yes, the blogs will be written, guys, but we've also lived with our parents. We know that there was that time Dad disappeared. Mom didn't want to hear his stories. Hata jina yake kuwa nasema kwa hiyo nyumba. We've watched those things and you see people reconcile.
Yeah.
So for you, do you step back and maybe you say we did things too quickly, or it's not about the time? It's not about the length of dating?
No, it's about the length of dating. It comes in.
Yeah.
Length of dating is very important, but it also depends on the clock, biological clock. You know, if someone's biological clock is up there, the speed will be expressway. Tutoke airport to ende Naikuro.
Straight away.
Yeah. And then of course, someone like me, I'm a bit very slow in these things.
Okay.
I've been raised from a very polygamous family. I was raised by a mother alone. So ni mama alinizaa akasema, mzee, si umenipatia ninio? Acha nilee.
Okay.
So now me, I've been raised alone. So I don't have that a lot of emphasis on marriage. I don't know how long to
You
date.
didn't grow up with that.
I
You had
didn't-
your relationship
I
with your
didn't-
mom.
Yes, yeah. And I've not sat with people who date or whatever. You know, the problem we have with the way Dito is mentioning,
Yeah.
as in we don't know these bam things happen because we stay with bam people.
It's true.
So we have no like a yardstick. We don't look up to someone who has been there, who has done it. That's
That
the
makes
problem
a lot
where we
of
are.
sense.
So that's where the problem is. Now, on my case with Joyce, yes, we started off on a high note. Kwanza story ya proposal, acha tu niseme tu kweli. Hiyo proposal.
Please tell us.
Acha
Confession.
niwaambie, yeah, acha niseme hii confession. Hii nafaa uambie tu kuna confession. I always put on confessions. It was just one day, Joyce is an actor.
Yes.
So she had come out of acting and then she had worn there was an engagement ring. She was just from acting and an engagement
Okay,
sort
okay.
of thing
Yes,
from where
yes,
she was.
yes.
So si tukakutana mahali kwa reggae. Wewe unapenda reggae sio?
Yes.
Tukakutana reggae.
You know.
Na reggae kashika hiyo time. Pia sisi tukashikana mikono. Then we are like, why don't you put and say, hey, this particular ring on social media, we see what people will say.
Okay.
Mama yeso kaifafa. Hey, congratulations, Tony. It overwhelmed us like we were going nowhere.
Right.
So now we started now fitting in. Now see, that's what you're saying. How long do you do? So we compressed a 6-year dating into like 3 months. You know, those kind
And
of
then there
stuff.
was pressure now from outside. Everything you do, everything you say is now being
I had
seen.
3,000 followers. In 3 weeks' time, I'm having like 20,000 followers.
Oh,
What do you expect now?
so that's the trick. I just need a proposal and the followers will come.
Unangoja?
You're saying you had 3,000
I had
followers.
3,000 followers.
So you had 17,000 women following you.
That's why I need a PA in my DM details.
Jaja, my guy. I'm telling you.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I get it now.
So it's tricky. I mean, I've not been handling my relationships. The longest relationship I've been in was for about 4 years, yeah? But it was an on and off. Ile ilikuwa tunasaidiana tu venye Dito anasema bam bam.
It's like you help to get from one stage to the next. It's like when I was with this person, I progressed to this job. When I was with this
Ilikuwa ni
person,
floating
nilitoka
bridge ya
hii
Likoni.
neighborhood, nikaenda ingine.
Eh.
Like it's like a passing phase. But that's, no, honestly, there's people say this, and I've seen it on social media a lot, where people are saying that sometimes you're in a relationship with somebody, it might not end with marriage, it might not be your life partner, but you are meant to be with that person because there's something you are meant to learn. Kuna kitu ukukua umejua kwa
vitu
hii.
mingi na Joyce ndakwambia baadaye. Ni vitu mingi. Susan, waje utaona tu. Si umeniita kwa show tuongee.
Yes.
Tutaongea.
Thank you so much. So now, George, you also are a lecturer.
Sure.
What's the age group of people that you lecture? Because I'd want to know whether you have any interactions with your students about such conversations.
Well, I teach young and old because
Okay.
I teach them who how do you call, who are doing the first degrees and who
Yes.
are doing the masters. So and then we have it's a mixed
Yes,
class.
because
So
in
we have
uni,
the old ones.
if you have
Yeah.
postgrad,
Even this seat, you have them who are coming for evening classes.
yeah.
So you see, you'll
Those are
meet
working
people
people.
like Tony.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're too old anyway.
No, I'm old. I'm in the fourth floor by there very soon.
Yeah. So we have the young ones, we have the old ones.
Okay.
So and this is one of the conversations that anytime you break it up in a class, even those who are sleeping, they'll pop up. They want to hear.
They have an opinion now.
Yeah, everyone wants to give their opinion about marriage, about relationships and things like that. So that's it.
So within your space as a lecturer, do you see people, do you know if some of your students are married, and do you usually notice like different behavior, obviously from those who are married and those that aren't?
Yeah, we have those who will come to class, they'll want to mama somebody. They want to behave like they want to tell you, you behave well, you're still young, you need to know things.
Okay.
And then you
So
have
that
them.
one is the more established person. Huyo ni
Yes.
mtu akona familia,
Akona
anaambia watu wa relax.
anataka kuambia watu acheni mambo mingi, tulia. You don't know life.
Yes.
Mjakula maisha wote nasema hivyo. So
Ehe.
there are those, and now you see it's a mixed class. Then there are those young guys, humzae naye anajua nini. You know, you always assume you also know a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And things like that.
So what I want to ask, because it's actually one of the reasons that I really wanted to do this Man Talk show, is do you think that that conversation is happening between the married, the older, maybe the people that have experienced more in life, and the younger guys who are hustling and still working their way up? Because you said it, we're living the bam 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 life in a relationship where it's about dating, you know each other, you guys are sleeping together, and you're just going through the motions until you break up. There's no future, there's no plan. Yeah, and then the people you're surrounded with in your friends, you're all the same. Hakuna ule ameolewa from 5 years, 10 years within your friend group. So sometimes I wonder if all the unmarried men are all hanging out and they're all talking to each other, and then now the married men also don't hang out with the unmarried people, they only hang out with the other married people. Will the cross conversation happening? Are older men giving advice to younger men?
Yes, it's happening, but they are more careful. You know, careful in a sense that if Tony is married and then you're not married, if you look at the interaction, then somebody will be a bit worried. What's this young lady asking this old man? Is it the sponsor? Or
No,
is this
but I mean
mama?
between the two men. I want a younger man talking to an older
To a young man.
Your advice. Your advice
It's there,
inafanyika.
unless somebody is deliberate. Most of these young guys hardly go to ask.
I want no. I've
It's
seen.
not good. Just before even
Yes.
we
Yeah.
share in details. No, you know, I also play golf.
Okay.
So
okay.
I meet people already established.
There you go.
that are
Because I said
married.
golf is the best place to network.
Unauliza. That's why we get our extra shilling. When
Yes.
Yeah. Now, there's a time I went to an event, a sports event, out of Nairobi, and I went with a married person. Yani huyo akona watoto hadi walikuwa namaliza university.
Okay.
But the things that they were doing, we don't even need to talk.
Yeah.
The things that they are doing, tukipita hapa tukienda West hapo tunasimama hapo Kangemi, then I discovered akona msichana ameweka
Right.
Kangemi.
Aha.
Akamweka kwa gari. Akona gari kubwa. So kulikuwa na space ya msichana hapo nyuma.
Yes.
So me I was like, okay. I didn't ask, but like,
Yeah.
si kuna
That's the
you
one for
introduce
your
me.
mind your own business.
I'm
but
like-
you're
I'm like,
introduction.
Otherwise singepatiwa lift.
Yeah.
Nilikuwa tunaenda out of town na nilikuwa ni event. Ningeambiwa wewe shuka hapo, huyu anaongea nini.
Mwisho gari.
Exactly. No, those kind of conversations. So conversations, me I was like, okay. So if married people can do such kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
it happens still today
And
on
the,
social.
the biggest thing that in what you said is it's open. There's no fear.
Hawaogopi.
This is another man in my car. Of course, he's not going to ask me. He understands.
But the good thing, they keep. I mean, I was confused now. But anafanya hivyo, but at home analinda mama, watoto wanasoma. You not hear any story from that particular family.
Right.
Ati mzee hajafanya kitu. So now we are confused. Me and it was you wondering how is marriage supposed to work.
I'm
So
telling
tuliko
you.
kwa mbele tufanye nini?
And back to your question.
Yes,
I
whether
am a
that
young man,
conversation is
ladies
happening.
and gentlemen. Nairobi, I am a young man, and I have never been talked to by a fellow man who's been married at telling me, now details at this point is when now you should look like this, you should. That conversation is not happening, and that's why many youths right now and young men are just rushing to, you know, those Instagram shorties who are posting, you know, some
A
kind of
body.
a body, some things, you know what I'm saying? Because
Body,
those things
yeah,
are looking
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They're looking nice, and if you have money, I mean, money today is a new love, is a new love language. If you have money, then everything else is okay. If you
First of
have,
all, just say that again. You said money is the new?
is a new love language.
Yes. Off. You hit the nail on the head.
Yes, but now you see, now it's challenging. It's not, you see, money has made it so hard to believe a woman, because I'm meeting a woman today. Next week she's telling me, take me to your salon. Next week she's telling me, let's go out. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
that's not the direction that most young men want. They want to see something grow, go to the first date. I don't know even, I'm not sure if people still meet their parents. At sasa, Ditos is in love, this shorty. Ditos, let me take you to my mom, father. That thing doesn't happen. People are just,
What?
come, niaje, poa, to move out, let's go, let's happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Utaanza kujua family after. When there's problems now, when there's really issues,
barrio.
that's
When
you
there's a
know.
barrio,
Oh,
that's
no.
when, babe, we need to, you know, we need to
Yeah.
represent Nini.
He's mentioned that men are lacking some people to look for them. But in this life, people are always ready to help.
Okay.
The question is, are these young people out there to ask people that I really need to know about marriage?
But my friend, other men don't have that time. Their home is burning, my guy. What time do they have to advise you and tell you what's happening?
Good men are out here
When they can't
ready
even
to
go
help.
home. Have you seen men who go home at 10 and they finish work at 4, they come to a
Curfew.
club?
And by the way, they watch the presidential
Imagine.
But now
announcements
again, look
like
at it.
this
Watch
because
it.
they're hoping he'll extend curfew
Exactly.
or he'll even remove it.
I have family, marriages are working out here. I have uncles, I have sisters, I have friends. In fact, when I'd posted these proposals on social media and saying that we are doing
Yes.
this, we are going this and this and this,
Yeah.
I got a lot of approvals left and center. Hey, Tony Niaje, when are you coming? Yani guys on my DM also asking me, Tony, we want to make you a suit. I'll be offering to do this. I'm offering for Nini. So there is that, yeah. Okay, details. Homes are burning, yes, but guys are out here. They're so happy when
And
they
people
get
are still
unions.
hopeful.
Yeah, still
when
hopeful.
they see
Yeah,
that,
there is that.
somebody's getting married.
Exactly.
People still are excited. So there's hope.
Me, my father at home, I think he just got tired of telling me to get married.
Okay.
Tony mwana weru ulakole rakumkhana sikushina utadata msichana sikusoma so unajefa ujue kiluya. But he got tired because I wasn't bringing any woman at home.
Right.
So now he's asking me, when are you bringing me a child? So parents at home still believe it can work.
Yeah.
It can work. Yeah, because even me at our homestead in Luya, my father, there is a wife, homestead, ziko karibu by the unaona hii nyumba yenyu hapa hivi, na hapa ni nyumba mbili, bibi wa kwanza, bibi wa
Next.
yes. So we can eat from both homes. So that means there's hope for some of us.
Yeah.
But ni kingori, ni
Guys,
kunoma.
we are going to come back after the break. Up in here. Keep tweeting us and join the conversation. We're using the hashtag ManTalk and the hashtag KTN Life and Style. Talk to us on our social media profiles, KTN Home as well. Hey, here we are wondering whether marriages even work. Me, I was asking men whether they are marriage-minded. Kumbe, we're not even sure whether people still believe in the union. We're going to be back talking to these three great gentlemen after the break.